Hello students. Now as we all know that pharmacology is the science of drugs. Today we are going to discuss sources of drugs. That is, from where do we get the drugs? Now this video is a second part of the series on general pharmacology. We can get drugs from two main sources, namely natural sources of drugs and the synthetic sources of drugs. Now let's first talk about the natural sources of drugs one by one. Now, the first natural source of the drugs is the plants. Now, some plants possess medicinal properties. Now, some very well-known examples of the drugs that are obtained from the plants are digoxin, then quinine, morphine, atropine, etc. Now, second natural source of drugs is the animals. Now, many drugs have been derived from animals, like for example, insulin, heparin, adrenaline, thyroxine, these all are derived from the animals. Now, third natural source of the drugs is the mineral source. For example, iron, that is a ferrous sulfate. It is a mineral source. Ferrous sulfate is used in the treatment of iron deficiency anemia. Then aluminum hydroxide, it is also a mineral. Aluminum hydroxide is used for reducing acidity of the stomach. Now, the fourth natural source of the drugs is the microorganisms. Microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc. Now, a very good example of a drug that is obtained from the microorganism is the antibiotic. Now, antibiotics are the antibacterial agents. And these antibiotics, they are actually derived from microorganisms. Now, antibiotics like penicillin. Penicillin is derived from a fungus, that is a Penicillium cheirosogenum. Then again an antibiotic, that is the bacitracin. Bacitracin is obtained from a bacteria, that is the Bacillus subtilis. So these are the natural sources, some very important natural sources of the drugs. Now after natural sources of drugs, let's talk about the synthetic sources of drugs. Now around 90% of the drugs are obtained by chemical synthesis. That is, the drugs are synthesized in the laboratory by using chemicals. For example, sulfonamides are antibacterial. Then furosemide is a diuretic. Now, apart from the routine chemical synthesis, there are some new novel techniques by which drugs are synthesized. Now, these include cell culture. Now, in this technique, cells are grown under controlled conditions in the laboratories. For example, urokinase. Urokinase is a thrombolytic drug. It is obtained by cell culture. Now, urokinase is a thrombolytic drug. It breaks the thrombus or the clots which are produced in the blood. And therefore, it is used in the management of cardiac diseases like, for example, myocardial infarction. Now, this urokinase is derived from cultured human kidney cells. That is, the human kidney cells are grown in the laboratory under controlled conditions, and from this culture, urokinase is derived, which is a thrombolytic drug. Now, another novel technique is the recombinant DNA technology. Now, as we all know, DNA is made up of genes. So, in this technology, DNA from two different sources is collected and combined. So, a modified recombinant DNA is obtained. Now, by this technology, various drugs like erythropoietin, hepatitis B vaccine, insulin are produced. Now, let's take the example of human insulin. Now, human insulin gene is inserted into a small DNA strand called as plasmid. So, a recombinant DNA is produced. Now, this recombinant DNA is specialized to produce human insulin. And further, this recombinant DNA is inserted into a bacteria. So, this bacteria starts producing human insulin, and that human insulin is collected. So, this is how recombinant DNA technology is very useful in the production of drugs. Now, another new and highly specialized technique to produce specialized drugs like monoclonal antibodies is the hybridoma technique. Now, monoclonal antibodies are identical antibodies. For example, abciximab, it inhibits platelet aggregation. Then